What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And you know it's bad when you're an executive at an automotive company and you have to come out to clarify what you meant when you didn't want people to fix their own cars? Because Farley just did that to, be like, well, no, we're not, we don't not want people to fix their cars. Yeah, bullshit. Anyways, we're going to talk about all that and more. And we're going to also talk about how the media doesn't know what the president was talking about. They do. They just don't want to talk about it because they don't want it to be out there. And we're going to talk about all that and more right after this. Guys, before we get into today's video, I got to talk about the giveaway that's going on the channel right now. The Ram 3500 limited, fully loaded diesel pickup truck is currently active, and it is the best rates or the best amount of extra entries that are up now are almost all sold out. It's like 87% sold out. So most likely before today or at some point this weekend, it's going to be sold out. It's gonna go away. So in terms of the extra entries, if you want to get in on it at the absolute best rate, and we also dropped, there's new multipliers that are up there as well on the website in terms of the 10x, the 20x, 5x, 2x, all that stuff is up there. So if you want to get on that, link is in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. All right, so let's get into this. Ford, Jim Farley clarifies automakers' position on right to repair rules. You don't say. You don't think it was bad when the president laughed you out of the Oval Office, your company, you and General Motors, for both trying to shut down or stop people having the ability to fix their own vehicles? No, the backlash has been so strong over the last few days that now Farley has had to come out and, we're going to clarify it. The executive says he isn't entirely, listen to this political doublespeak bullshit. The executive says he isn't entirely opposed to right to repair legislation, but he also has concerns. Well, there's some legislation that's pending that people keep, saying this isn't going to happen, and that is the Diesel Truck Liberation Act. It would allow people to be able to repair their vehicles. We're going to talk about the president talking about somebody going to jail for repairing a vehicle, and the media totally missed it. Anyways, let's get into this article from Road and Track. The fight surrounding right to repair regulations has been catapulted to the forefront of the automotive world once again, following a recent meeting between President Trump and auto industry executives. Specifically, the president publicly stated that General Motors and Ford desired to limit consumers from working on or repairing their own vehicles. In a statement following the meeting, Ford CEO Jim Farley has now officially clarified his position on the matter, following a week of less than positive sentiments from owners and buyers alike. You think? You want somebody to pay up to 50 grand, about the average cost of a new car, for one of your vehicles, for a truck, an SUV or something, 50 racks, and then you're going to say, oh, by the way, you really don't own this, you can't fix it. Seriously? You got to be out of your rabbit ass mind. So, he said, they go into what Trump said, and he said, so let's get into this though. The uproar from consumers began following a June 3rd meeting between the Trump administration and senior members of the auto industry. The president was quick to describe the meeting as great, but made it clear he did not share the same opinion on vehicle repairs as the business leaders. He said, quote, the president, we had the auto industry in yesterday, Trump said, according to a report from the Detroit Free Press. He said, quote, they don't want people to fix their car. I said, that's strange. I'd never heard of that. They have a thing to nobody's allowed to fix their car. They gave a man 7 years in jail because he fixed his own car. So I thought we'd do something about that. We'll get it straightened away. If you don't know what we're talking about, there was a gentleman, and it wasn't just his car. He was also fixing his truck. He was also fixing vehicles for the county When the DEF systems and other systems would go bad on diesel vehicles, he would repair them. Notice the president didn't say, oh, he went to jail because he deleted the vehicle. He went to jail because he repaired the vehicle. And that is part of the executive order and other stuff that the president's already signed, giving you, the consumer, the right to repair your diesel truck if they don't have the parts readily available to fix those damn emission systems. And he said it. And he also just said it right here, that they're going to get this thing taken care of straight away. Now, here's where the media completely misses it. It remains unclear what case the president was referring to when it comes to an individual serving jail time. Are you fucking serious, Road and Track? Seriously? Come on, man. Who's the editor? Somebody didn't just do a quick Google search to figure out who that was? Damn, man. And then they went, there are no known cases in the United States in which an individual has been criminally punished for repairing their own vehicle. It depends on what your definition of repairing is. The president is of the mind that if the emission system, especially a diesel emission system like DEF or EGR or any of that stuff fails, and a manufacturer does not have the parts for it, the president is of the mind that you can do whatever you need to do to repair the vehicle and get it back on the road or the farm running. Is it clearer for you guys at Road and Track now? Did the light bulb come on? Ugh. Anyways, and I'm not taking a shot at them. I'm just saying, like, come on, man. You know what the case is. But I almost feel like some of these articles, they do not want the ability for people to delete their emission systems off vehicles. They don't. A lot of these publications don't. They're in the automotive space. They're talking about horsepower. But they don't want people to be able to do what they want with their own equipment, which I think is ridiculous. But anyways, Trump says, you believe it? Trump continued, they want a bill that prohibits people from fixing. So if you're mechanically inclined, and I grew up, I went to school with some guys, they were in some cases horrible students, but they could fix an engine blindfolded. They could take a car apart blindfolded, but they weren't too good at arithmetic or other things, but they were great. And so there's a move on to stop people from fixing their cars. Consumers were naturally pissed, naturally aghast, big words there by you guys, by the sentiment explained by Trump, as rules pertaining to an individual's right to repair their own car are not currently codified into law. With vehicle prices already reaching record highs, it's easy to understand why buyers won't want to be locked into the expensive dealer service network. In response, and this is where Farley gets to his point, Ford CEO Farley didn't outright say that he supports this move, but he chose his language very carefully. Get the fuck out of here. Pick a fucking side, Farley. This is not rocket science. You're either pro people being able to fix their own shit, pro independent shops being able to fix your vehicles, or you're not. You're not going to ride the fence on this fucking shit. You're either going to be on one side or the other, period. In response, he said, Ford's position is very reasonable, really, said Farley. We're a big advocate for the ability to repair a vehicle, but it has to be done at a reasonable cost. Are you talking about at a dealer? The CEO also said that he isn't opposed to people working on their own cars, but specified that he doesn't believe it's appropriate when it comes to warranty work, owing to broad safety concerns. I don't know about that. It's important to note that not all items under a factory warranty are necessarily a safety risk. Take prematurely worn interior trim pieces or a faulty dust cover, for example. The NHTSA recall programs are specifically tied to components that pose a risk to consumers. Someone at home like myself could never do it, added Farley. I mean, I have no problem working on a 1973 Bronco, but to work on a brand new Bronco, I need all sorts of specialty tools. That's something that would put people's lives at risk. So now, if you want to work on your own vehicle, according to Ford, you're putting your life at risk if you want to try to fix your own vehicle. Farley, please miss me with this fucking bullshit. Oh, because you need a $10 Bluetooth dongle from fucking Amazon to be able to read a code? Come on, man. People's lives are not going to be at risk because they want to change their fucking oil. Their lives are not going to be at risk because they want to friggin' replace their alternator. Their lives are not going to be at risk if they got to change a belt. Please miss me with the bullshit. And I don't know what's happened to Farley recently. I mean, he was a car guy. I was excited. I mean, I'm not a Ford guy. I'm not gay, but you know, like you have people that were like, oh, Farley's a car guy. It's great. We actually got, at least at two of the companies, we got car people that are actually running them. But I don't see this from Farley. Now, I know he's out racing on the weekends and shit, but show me, where have you got to the point where you're so anti-consumer, you're so anti-enthusiast, where you don't want people being able to work on their own shit, and you think people are going to buy your cars and trucks? I just got to say this to Farley. Thank you, because you know what's going to happen? You're going to send more people to Ram. You're going to send more people to Stellantis, meaning Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and they're going to come that way because you're making dumb-ass decisions. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.